Two opposing candidates for governor of Utah recently went viral for doing something noticeably different. Here's this. They joined forces to record a series of ads calling for civility. Take a look.
I'm Chris Peterson.
And I'm Spencer Cox.
We are currently in the final days of campaigning against each other to be your next governor.
And while I think you should vote for me,
Yeah, but really you should vote for me.
there are some things we both agree on.
We can debate issues without degrading each other's character.
We can disagree without hating each other.
And win or lose in Utah, we work together.
So let's show the country that there's a better way.
My name's Chris Peterson.
And I'm Spencer Cox.
And we approve this message.
You know, we could learn something from those guys for a while. You and I. Civility there.
Definitely.
Okay,
Working
here
on it
now
every day.
are the friendly Utah gubernatorial rivals. Can I even call them rivals? Democrat Chris Peterson and Republican Lieutenant Governor Spencer Cox. Gentlemen, thank you both for being here. And forgive me for being a little cynical here, Lieutenant Governor Cox, but I always assume a politician is not going to do something unless there's some political upside to it. So you're way ahead in the polls. What's the political upside for you to appear in an ad with your rival?
Well, it's your job to be cynical, but I don't think there is any political upside for either of us. We both care deeply about our state and about our country, and it was a friend that came to me and said, "I'm really worried what happens in our nation after November 4th, or on November 4th, regardless of who wins at the presidential level. It's just gotten so ugly out there." And she said, "Isn't there anything that we can do?" And I'm just grateful that I'm running against somebody who agrees with that and is concerned as well, and who said, "Hey, yeah, I think this is a great idea. Let's do something to make the country better."
TJ asked you to forgive him for being cynical. I'm going to ask you all to forgive me for being sentimental, because I have to tell you, when I watched that, I actually got chills. It's kind of embarrassing, but we just don't see it. Why do you think, Chris, you're outliers in this? Why can't other politicians do what you two have done? What did it take for you to agree to do this?
Well, it's hard for me to speculate for other politicians. I know that for us, we talked about, we kind of negotiated two core themes that we agreed on and wanted to put that out there. First, that we believe in civility and treating each other with kindness, no matter what our sharp policy disagreements. We disagree about a lot on policy. But second, we also wanted to affirm our commitment to the peaceful transition of power, that we, in our country, count up all the votes after an election, and then we come together and move forward as a country. And that's the best way to try to make policy change, whatever our policy differences are. We agree about our core values.
Utah right now, you all are going through it, having one of the highest test positivity rates in the country. You have had record days in terms of new COVID cases. Lieutenant Governor Cox, you are against a statewide mandate on masks. Mr. Peterson, you actually are in favor of one. So on this one, you disagree. So let me hear, Lieutenant Governor Cox, why is your way better than what Mr. Peterson's trying to do?
We're doing everything we can right now to try to reduce the number of cases. As you mentioned at the top of the show, we're seeing huge spikes across the country. And so this is one area where Chris was pushing hard for mask mandate. We didn't think it was necessary there, and we believe it now is because of the spread that's happening. So about 90% of the state is under a mask mandate.
Mr. Peterson, you go ahead. I see that's still a smile on your face as you're disagreeing with your rival.
Well, look, I called for a statewide mask mandate back in July. I think it's only one step in an 11-point plan I have that includes also faster and more test processing, a dramatic expansion of our contact tracers, as well as deploying better protective equipment and technology, especially to our frontline workers who still don't have the best masks that they need to protect themselves from getting the virus. So we have a lot of work to do to try to get our virus under control. And right now, our hospitals are about to start turning people away from critical care because they're overflowing. And you're right, this is one of the areas where Lieutenant Governor Cox and I disagree about how to manage things. But, I do want to try to get back to the core themes for the broader conversation, which is, look, we can disagree about policy, but I do respect that the Lieutenant Governor is doing his best to try to get the situation under control. I don't think that we as a state have taken the right policy, but he's a good guy. And we need to move forward in civil dialogue about the best way to address the concerns of our people.
I think we can all agree on that last statement. TJ is just in shock right now, actually.
You know what I was doing? Imagining what I just heard out of their mouths coming from the two presidential candidates, saying that about each other. Can you imagine hearing that?
I can imagine a world that we could be able to do that one day. There is hope. Hope is still alive, thanks to Utah gubernatorial candidates Chris Peterson and Lieutenant Governor Spencer Cox. Thank you both. We really appreciated that very civil conversation.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
I am going to be so nice to you this week.
Oh,
it's going to be
this
unbelievable.
Week. You heard that?
Okay.
This week.
Baby steps. See? Trying to be nice and see what happens. Be sure to check out specifics for voting in your state from our partners at 538 at their How to Vote site.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.